Hey NMS, this is Ishan.
And your weather girl Aubrey, forced to anchor with your WNMS for today.
Today's National Hot Sauce Day, so have some hot sauce today. Hey Aubrey, why did the hot sauce go to the therapist?
Why?
Because it had too many bottled up feelings.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Attention 8th graders, if you were absent Friday during A20 or stressed that the information went too fast, there was an extended detailed version of the video in the parent newsletter that went home last week. The high school counselors will be at lunch on Wednesday to answer your questions.
Also, Thursday evening there's a parent meeting at the high school at 6 p.m. Finally, your counselors can answer any and all questions that you may have.
Attention all Spelling Bee participants. The Spelling Bee will take place tomorrow. Report directly after school. Make your way to the auditorium and look for your name and corresponding number on the display poster. Then drop off your belongings in the first few rows in the audience and find your assigned seat on the stage.
Ms. Kashchek, Ms. Henderson, and Mr. Sinopoli will be inside to help you out. You may not bring anything with you up to the stage, including your phone. They will go over the rules once everyone finds their seats on the stage.
Attention 7th grade students. Registration for the 2024 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip is now open. The trip will take place Wednesday, November 6th through Saturday, November 9th, 2024. The trip is open to all members of the class of 2029. Here's some information about the trip from the supervisor, Ms. Barnauskas.
The goals of the trip are for our students to experience history in person and bring to life the things that they are studying in class in U.S. history, and also to help them grow in their independence since they're away from home for the first time for a lot of them, and to grow interpersonally since they are spending about 4 days with their classmates. So it depends on the day, but I would say, according to my Apple Watch, we usually take between 15,000 and 20,000 steps each day in DC, which is a lot. It's a very busy trip, but it is definitely worth it. We do spend time at a lot of the Smithsonian museums, including natural history, American history, African American history and culture. We also go to Arlington National Cemetery.
Hurry up, don't miss out on this amazing and memorable trip.
For more information about the trip and to register, visit the school website, ms.novi.k12.mi.us. Click the student menu and select Washington, D.C. trip, class of 2029. If you or your parents have any questions, please contact Ms. Barnauskas at megan.barnauskas@novik12.org.
January office hours with Mr. Sinopoli Smith have been scheduled. If you are interested in attending, please find the link on the 820 slides or see Mr. S. in the office. These are open to any student looking for additional support in anything and everything. We have slots open during most days in January for all 3 lunches. Anvita has your headline news.
This is Amita with your headline news. On January 19th, Japan successfully landed an uncrewed spacecraft on the moon, in spite of having some solar power problems. The lander, called SLIM, landed near the Shioli crater, south of the lunar equator. The aim of this mission was to test new technology that would make it easier to land in more places on the moon. This is Anvita signing off.
With a puffy situation and your Wildcat Sports Wrap. This weekend, the Pom team attended the Mid-American Pom Pond 2024 Regionals competition at South Lyon East High School, and they qualified for states. They will be competing in Division II against 6 other teams throughout the state. The state's competition is at Eastern Michigan University on February 11th. Congratulations, Pom team. The other big big sports story from this weekend is your Detroit Lions are moving on to the NFC Championship game after they defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, 31-23. The Lions' storybook season will continue as they will now take on the seeded San Francisco 49ers on Sunday for a chance to go to their first ever Super Bowl. The last time the Lions were in the NFC Championship game was in 1991. Some of our teachers weren't even born yet. Who's going to win next weekend's mashup? The Lions or the Niners? Make your predictions on the WNMS Schoology group page. Not a part of the NMS Schoology group page? Aubrey and Hannah can help. Speaking of predictions, Evan nailed 3 of his 4 predictions correctly, picking the Lions, 49ers, and Ravens. The only team he missed out on was the Chiefs. Evan will be back later this week to predict his championship winners. Carl has your Today in History moment.
Hey NMS, this is Carl with your Today in History. In 1969, the Boeing 747 took its first ever flight. The Boeing 747 is a large, long-range, wide-body airliner manufactured by Boeing commercial airplanes in the United States. On September 30th, 1968, the first 747 was rolled out of the custom-built Everett plant, the world's largest building by volume. The first flight took place on January 19th, 1969. This has been Carl with your Today in History moment.
This is Landon with your weather. The high is a 32 and the low is a 20, and there is a 0% chance of snow. For Tuesday, the high will be a 35 and the low will be a 31, and a 65 chance of snow. This is Landon signing off. Happy birthday to the following students.
Clap, 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 happy birthday.
Did you know that Australia is wider than the moon?
I told my friends that I was a blood-sucking insect from the moon. They called me a lunatic. Today's shout-out goes to Anoop Sharva Jagana in Mr. Bond's 4th period men's choir class. Thanks for liking last Friday's show, Anoop. That was Ishan.
And Aubrey with your WNMS. Hey Ishan, why can't I leave my chiropractor?
Why?
Because he's always had my back.
What's good, Wildcats? Welcome back to today's episode of Aubrey's Random